Hey guys, welcome back to Single Chef. I'm Matt Skollar. I'm your classic single guy with the classic single guy fridge and ingredients. The difference is I know how to use these items simply and quickly to create a tasty meal that you just can't mess up. So good that even a beautiful woman will be impressed. Now, if you can't take my word for it, you can't not take our lovely Lily's word for it. Right, Lily?
That's right, Matt. I'm going to try that food and tell it like it is.
Yeah.
That's a beep.
That is a beep.
Yeah. So what are you going to cook tonight?
Well, tonight, guys, I'm really excited to be back here in theroomlive.com. We're cooking one of my favorite dishes to cook, and that is turkey chili. And I'll explain a little later the origins of this turkey chili recipe, but it's really fast, it's really quick, and it tastes great, and anyone out there can do the same thing I'm going to do. So, as always, guys, we'll be choosing from our 10 single chef ingredients, and we're going to be using a lot of these tonight. We have, the list is soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce. Every single guy out there has got to have salt and pepper, right? I've got my trusty ketchup. We're going to use canola oil as always. I've got mustard. We've got some garlic powder back here, and hot sauce. We'll be using that tonight, and our ringer, Thousand Island dressing. So make sure you have those in your fridge, guys, because this is what you need to cook every meal, plus what I shop for. And guys, this is the best part about this meal. This thing is so good, it's going to feed like 3 people easily, and it cost you 10 bucks. And what did I get? I've got a pound of ground turkey. I've got a can of black beans. I got a little chili powder here, and an onion, okay? And we're going to use some of this beer here, okay? We're going to use some of this Corona beer. And if you guys are ready, I'm ready. I'm pretty hungry because I haven't eaten in like 4 hours, so let's get this show on the road. In fact, Lily, do you mind joining me up here on the set so we can I can have you assist me a little bit tonight?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Let's cook some turkey chili.
Great.
Okay, so.
What's this situation?
Okay, I had a loaf of bread in the fridge. It's kind of funny because I decided, you know, when I was going to cook the chili, let's have some bread that we can either dip into it or put it on the bread.
Yeah.
So all I did was spread some butter on here. I had a little bit of paprika. I threw some paprika on there. I had 1 slice of American cheese left. So I was like, all right, how am I going to make this cheese work? So I sliced into like 1,000,000 different cubes and just sprinkled it here, and that's actually what I'm finishing up here.
Very tiny cubes of cheese.
Exactly.
Can you see that here? Tiny cube.
Well, yeah, just so we have a little sprinkling on all the bread.
Yeah.
And I have the oven. It's preheated at 350 or 360. So first things first, let us pop the bread in. Okay. And while I'm doing that, if you want to start cutting that onion, that would be awesome.
Great.
So we'll get this bread working first, and then we'll prepare for the chili.
Can I use the chopping block, or do you want me to stay on this plate?
No, whatever you're comfortable. Use the chopping block for sure. Okay.
Okay.
And so, like I said, I had this loaf sitting around, and that, you know, that's the cool thing about when I cook. Like sometimes I have an idea of what I'm going to cook, or sometimes I don't. But I'll also see what's in the fridge for leftovers or what I haven't used in a few days, and I'll just try and make something of it, like I did with this, with the cheese. Okay.
Let's not cut ourselves today.
Yeah, we never want to cut ourselves, so just take your time, be careful, make sure you don't cut yourself. We're going to use that whole onion, so you're doing an awesome job.
Thanks.
Yep.
I like your support.
Absolutely.
And?
Okay, our bread's in there.
Great.
Okay, so I'm just going to reach over here.
Reach away.
I'm going to start with our turkey, guys, and what we're going to do with this, I'm just going to open that up. I have my pan over here that's already on the fire, if you will, so that's already hot. And we're just going to put that turkey directly on there and let it cook, let it brown for a few minutes.
So Matt, where does this recipe come from? Where did you learn it?
Kind of a cool story. So I've mentioned before on the show that my mom's a good cook, and I learned a lot from my mom following her around as a little kid in the kitchen. Where she learned to cook was my grandmother. My grandmother is from Panama, as is my mom, and frequently my grandmother would visit us, would come stay for a month, you know, a couple times a year. So when she was in our house, she would take over the reins and cook a lot. And so I learned a lot from my grandmother as well. So one time I was probably like 10 or 11 years old, and I see my grandma cooking, and smells really good. So I'm like, you know, Grandma, what are you cooking there? And she's very cute. She's about, you know, 5 feet, maybe all of her 5 feet tall. And she has a Spanish accent, a Latin accent. So she goes, I'm cooking my 30-minute chili. I said, 30-minute chili? So, you know, basically that always stuck in my head, 30-minute chili. I was like, okay, that sounds awesome. And she gave me the recipe, and this is, of course, years ago.
Yeah.
I never forgot it, but, I've made this chili over the years and, kind of added some things, subtracted some things, but I have to credit my grandma, Lichia, who's still with us. She's 94 years old. Wow. God bless her. And she still lives on her own and she still cooks. So that's where this recipe came from. I'm really happy to be sharing it with you guys tonight.
That's such a sweet story.
Isn't it, though?
It's making me cry a little bit.
Oh, well, it might be the onions as well. It's like, by the way, you're doing a fantastic job on those onions.
Thanks.
You got it.
Getting a little teary.
So Lily,
yeah.
What about yourself? Like, when growing up, did you have chili in your life? I mean, did you have chili in your life?
Did I have chili in my life? Let me tell you.
Didn't quite mean it like that, but you know what I mean.
Well, actually, I did.
Okay.
My mother.
Yes.
Who happens to be in this audience with us today.
Yes, we're very blessed to have your mom and your sister here tonight.
She is known quite well for her chili.
Yeah?
It's one of the few things that she made when we were growing up.
Wow, that was a little dig on mom there.
A few times a week we would have this chili, actually.
Really?
Yeah, not this chili, but her version.
Okay.
Her own. Usually with chicken, and sometimes turkey.
So like ground chicken?
Yes, ground chicken or ground turkey.
I'm glad you mentioned that. So guys, just so you know, I'm using turkey, but you can use ground beef if you like. You can use ground chicken, whatever your preference may be. And what we're going to be adding to that, again, what I chopped for today, Lily's doing a great job chopping our onions. We're going to add some black beans to that, a half a cup of beer, some ketchup, some garlic powder, which I'm going to show you all in a second, as well as our chili powder. And that's it. It's really simple. So first thing is first, I'm letting that turkey brown up a little bit, and then we're going to put it in a strainer. I have a strainer here in the sink to drain the water, because when you cook turkey, a lot of water comes out. And then we're going to throw everything in there and just let it cook down. So, and it's so cool. It takes hopefully we'll have this done before the show's over.
So easy.
Yeah. Now, so if you can see here on camera, sorry, turn it up. I'm just going to show you guys real quick the water that's coming out of this turkey, because it has a lot of water content. That's why you want to cook it first and make sure that you drain it, because if you don't drain it, you're going to have a really watery chili, and it waters everything down. So the idea is not to have that water in there. Cook it all first, drain it, and then throw everything back in the pot.
Matt, these onions are really strong.
Are you crying over there? Sorry, I didn't mean to give you.
It's fine.
I didn't mean to give you the tough job of cutting it. Wow, you did a really fantastic job.
It's not that bad. It's been worse.
That's actually better than I cut. Well, why don't we get here? Why don't I get you something for the crying?
I'm really glad you appreciate my cutting skills.
Here, why don't you dab that on your eyes? Are you okay? Are you really crying?
Yeah.
Here. Use that.
Thanks. Yeah.
Okay, you're good. You're done. You're done chopping. No more onion cutting. No more onion cutting. Whilst you wipe away the tears.
I'm just so glad to be here with you right now. So glad to have my family.
I know. It's a very emotional moment here on Single Chef.
It's really.
This is our Hallmark Hall of Fame moment. Hey, by the way, guys, those of you who are watching at home, still enjoying your 4th of July weekend, this is a great dish to make on the 4th of July, too. I mean, you can make it any time of year, but, I think it really is befitting for the 4th of July weekend.
There's nothing better than a summer's night, a
fireworks,
long weekend, fireworks,
family, friends,
beautiful sunny sky,
and
some great chili on the stove.
Well, that was very eloquently put.
Oh, thanks.
Yes. So let me show you guys on camera here what we got going on. So that's pretty well browned. It's still a little, there's a few pink places on there. But I'm going to drain that now, and then we're going to get everything in the pot, and we're going to start cooking this thing. So, I have a strainer here. I'm going to show you guys at home what I'm doing. I had the strainer in the sink, and now my water is drained. Make sure my water's out of my pot. And I'm going to throw this right back in here, guys. And we're going to put it on high. Okay. This thing is a little big for that. There we go. Great. So, here's the fun part. You ready?
All right, yeah.
Okay. Do me a favor. Crack that can of beer.
Absolutely.
I'm going to take these beans, and there's a little bit of water in these beans, so I'm going to strain those too real quick.
Oh, listen to that. It's
Sounds good.
To my ears.
Nice and crispy.
Do you use this whole can of beer?
No. We're not putting that whole can in. We're just going to put about a half a cup, like about that much or about that much in. Again, if you've watched the show before, guys, I don't measure. I kind of cooked to feeling, but this is a recipe, as I recall, my grandmother would say about a half a cup of beer. You don't want to put too much in there because there's going to be too much liquid.
All right.
All right, so let's take these onions.
Sure.
And keep careful because this is hot. And we're just going to scoop that whole onion into the pot. Okay? We're going to take this can of black beans, and I'm going to show these guys on camera.
Yeah.
We're just going to throw those black beans on there. Okay? So now we have our onions and our black beans. Take the beer.
Yeah.
I'm going to put about a half a cup of beer. Good. Perfect. Okay. Let me put this on the pot. Actually, no, wait. We got to put our ketchup.
Yes.
Okay, about a half cup of ketchup. Like I said, we're using a lot of our single chef ingredients. I know this may look a little bit gnarly right now, but when it all cooks together, it's going to be awesome.
I believe it's going to taste great.
Thank you for the support. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. And then our chili powder, put about, it calls for about a tablespoon, which I have no idea how much that is right now, but I like to put a lot of spice in my food.
Or to taste, maybe.
To taste, exactly. We'll go with that, and we'll see what that tastes like in a few minutes. Okay? So, what did you do this 4th of July?
Oh, well, it's funny. I was going to ask you the same. It's funny.
I had a great 4th of July, by the way.
What did you do? I'll ask you first.
I went and hung out with some friends down on the beach in Marina del Rey. Oh, before I get into the story about 4th of July, again, I said we're going to use a lot of our single chef condiments, and I meant it. Garlic powder is going to go in the pot. And how much? I'm going to pinch off like that, maybe 2 times. Again, this is to taste, guys, so, you know, this is not a specific recipe, excuse me. So you just cook to taste, however you feel. I'm going to throw in just like that. Okay, there's our garlic powder.
Wait. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, no.
No, please.
Do you want a sip of beer?
No. No.
Okay, that's for after show. And I'm going to take some of the salt, and I'm going to put that in there as well. Good, perfect. Pepper as well, and hot sauce.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I mean, this is why my 10 single chef ingredients are just great, because they lend themselves to pretty much any recipe you're going to cook, okay?
What are you going to do with the Thousand Island dressing?
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. We're definitely going to use that, though,
Good.
tonight.
I'm
So I'm just
glad.
cracking some pepper in there, because obviously chili, you know, besides chili powder, you want to have that little garlic, you want to have the salt and pepper, because that's going to bring out the flavor of the dish. So, putting a decent amount of pepper in there, and now our final single chef ingredient, our hot sauce. And I'm going to put about a 1/4 cup of hot sauce in there, and then I'm going to stir it and cover it and let it cook down.
Awesome.
And as you can see here on camera, everything is bubbling and very hot, and that's all going to cook down in the next few minutes, and we're going to have ourselves some turkey chili in about 20 minutes. So my goal out there for you guys, you know, people who are watching us at home, is to show you again, you know, I reiterate myself, is to show you how to take these simple ingredients, make a dish that's going to really taste really good, and also time efficient, guys, because we all don't have that much time to sit in the kitchen all day and cook in this fast-paced world. So that's my goal here, is to teach you guys how to do this really quickly. And for example, if you know, if I was having a date,
Yes.
this might be one of the dishes I would cook for my date. And for you guys out there, I want you to be able to do the same thing. So if you're a young lady watching out there, this is what I'd cook for you if you were coming over.
That's very nice.
Yeah, well, you know.
I should be so lucky to have you cook this.
Well, you are, you're here.
Oh,
You're here. What do you mean?
I mean,
What do you mean? You're here firsthand.
you're right.
And I'm, as always, I'm happy to have you here. Do me a favor.
Big can of beer.
It's a big can of beer. I was at the supermarket, and that's all, like, they didn't sell individual small cans, so I got the big can. We'll drink, you know, we'll have a sip of beer later. Let's check on our bread.
Okay.
Let's see what we got going on there. You want to take
I'll
a look?
do that.
All right, awesome. And not quite ready.
Not quite. Those little small, teeny weeny cubes of cheese are melting
Right.
in their little designated area.
Right. And you know, when you know, like, if you're cooking a grilled cheese or a pizza or whatever, you know when it's ready is when the cheese is bubbling.
Yeah.
That's pretty much when I would say, like, before it gets black, you don't want it to, like,
Or
be
it's
bubbling and
burnt.
burnt. Yeah, that's when you take it out.
Yeah.
And we have it on a moderately low heat temperature, 350. Every oven's different, but with this oven, this is perfect for what we're doing because we don't want it to cook too fast. We just want it to bake nice and slowly and get crispy and not burn.
And then it's done when the chili's done.
Exactly. Yeah, kind of want to time it out at the same time. That thing's going crazy. You hear that?
Yeah, I hear
Yeah,
that.
that's what we want though.
Sizzling.
Yeah, we want to cook fast and furiously. As you can see there at home, folks, that thing is cooking down. And what's happening there is all those ingredients, the beer, the ketchup, everything we put in there is starting to come together, cook down, and in about 3 or 4 minutes, that's going to be done. And I mean, 20-minute chili,
Yeah,
right?
it doesn't get better than that.
Absolutely. So I'm getting very, very excited about this. I tell you what, why don't we neaten up a little bit, get our
up.
plates out. I
And
have some plates
great.
over here, yeah.
And while we do that, tell me about your 4th of July weekend.
Okay. Actually, I spent the 4th of July with my good friends, Lily and Matt, our director, and Lily's family, who have a beautiful house down in Marina Del Rey. And speaking of food,
Yeah.
great hamburgers, great hot dogs, New York style hot dogs. They
Yeah.
had sauerkraut, mustard. They were all grilled in the barbecue.
They
had
were.
nice char in them. I was very impressed. Thank you again. We saw an awesome fireworks display, so I hope you guys ate well yesterday as well. And you know, if you go back and archive and watch some of our previous single chef shows, a lot of what I cook, what I show you guys how to cook, can be done for parties, can be done for 4th of July, for holidays and whatnot. So yeah, awesome. It was a good time.
We played some Frisbee.
We did. We played Frisbee on the beach.
Worked on my throw
Actually, you're
there.
pretty good.
Thanks.
You have a very straight.
Had some training.
Yeah, I was impressed. I haven't played Frisbee in years, but it was a great time. Okay, let me check on this over here.
Sure.
Got my big spoon. I just want to mix it up a little bit. Oh yeah, that looks good. That is cooking fast and furious, guys, right there. I hope you can see that on camera. Yep, absolutely. And another, let's see. I'm gonna give this another 2 minutes, and then we're gonna plate these. We're gonna take our bread out, and we're gonna eat. So, if you're watching, if you're following along, you're cooking along with us, guys. I hope your chili is bubbling like that.
Fast and furious.
And you know what?
How we like it.
Lily, what I do generally when I'm cooking, I'm gonna take this spoon. I'm gonna have a little taste test.
Oh.
Because you gotta see where you are, because you might want to add a few more things. You might want to, you know what I mean. So let's
Right,
give
let's
that
do
a
it.
little shot. It's really hot, so
I can smell the beer.
you smell the beer.
I think I do.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like chili. Let's give it a little taste. Oh my gosh, that's dynamite. Ooh, that's got a little bite to it too.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's really hot. You might want to.
Ow!
You all right? You okay? Don't burn yourself.
Okay.
We burned ourselves before on the show. Here, let that cool down for a second.
You gotta let it cool.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna check on our bread, guys.
Okay. Be very careful, because it's very hot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm liking where the bread's at. That's gonna be another minute too. Everything's gonna be done at the same time, so I'm very excited about that. Let's just cover this up for another minute. And did you try it yet? Are you still blowing on that?
Yeah, I'm nervous now.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Okay.
It is pretty hot though.
Yikes.
Take a small bite. Take a small
All right.
bite.
Teeny weeny.
It's got a little bite to it, doesn't it? Like I said, cook to taste, guys.
Ooh.
I love spicy food. I don't know if it's my Latin genes or whatever it may be. You all right? That was a
Yeah.
very brave little bite you took there. Good for you. So this has got a little bit of bite to it, but for me, it's perfect. I don't know, how's it for you?
No, it's great.
Yeah?
Just took a minute there, but it's delicious.
But isn't it amazing that, chili generally takes people a couple hours to cook
No, this
chili.
is so fast
This
and it's
tastes
so
like
easy.
good chili
Yeah, it does.
in 20 minutes. And I'm
It's
being
great.
100% honest, it really does.
No, seriously, it's awesome.
And if you want to top your chili, if you have some Parmesan cheese in your fridge, I just ran out. Otherwise, I'd maybe put a little bit of that on my chili. And again, you could put that on your bread as well. That thing is bubbling up. I think we're there. I think we're there.
No, I think
I'm
so.
gonna take it off the flame.
Okay.
Let's take our bread out first.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna turn off the stove top. We'll take our bread out.
Careful.
Yeah, let me grab
Bread
that thing.
mitt.
Yeah. You got it. Safety first, guys. Always safety first. I burned myself in here a few times. Like I have a few war wounds as a cook. Believe me.
I have them on my taste buds. They've been burned off.
We've burned our taste buds a few times. So let's just put a piece of bread on each plate. And you know what? Since your mom is here, why don't you come up and try the food with us, Marnie?
And Zoe.
And Zoe, do you guys want to try a little chili? Come on up. We're grateful to have you on the set. Come on up and try a little food. Everybody, this is Lily and Lily's mom and sister. Just you guys can come up right around here. Yeah, awesome. Come on up. Let's make this a family thing.
Yay.
Let's try a little chili.
Is your other hand okay?
Huh?
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
You're fine.
I'm fine.
It smells good.
Here, so you guys.
It smells great.
Yeah. Let's take this. Before you guys come over, let me just take this off. And, woo, that's hot.
So hot.
Let me show everybody home what we're dealing with there. There's chili, guys, in less than 20 minutes. It's a 20-minute chili right there. So we're all going to try the food and see how it tastes. I want you guys' honest opinion. If you want to just come on behind me here, I'm going to plate this chili. Ooh, look at that. That looks nice. I'm going to show these guys again just what we're working with here, mixing everything together. It smells great. I'm excited. It's going to be really hot, so let that cool for a minute.
Your grandma's so proud. So proud.
And it reminds me so much of the chili that I grew up on.
Yeah. You know what? I hope my grandma's watched too. I sent her an email, so Grandma, if you're not watching, next week.
You should be. Is she on the internet?
Yeah, Grandma's on the internet, surfing the net. All right, here we go, guys.
All right.
You got a plate? Here, do you
um,
guys mind?
You can share a
Can you
plate.
share?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So everyone caution first because it's really, really hot.
Look at that, steaming.
Yeah.
Mom, you're gonna burn yourself. Okay.
While we're about to taste this, I just want to thank you guys for joining us again on Single Chef. We have a great time doing the show right here in theroomlive.com. Guys, learn how to cook because, let's face it, we don't want to be single forever, right? We're going to try this food.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Of course. Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
for the
Bye.
food.
Thanks
for
for
the next
having
dinner.
us. Oh.
That means it's really good. I promise.
It's really good. Here.
What do you think?
Wow, it's
great.
delicious though. It's really-
Amazing.
I got the whole family
it.
tell me. The whole family, guys. They can't all be wrong, right? Actually, it's very good.
It's really good.
It was really good.
Very good.
Thanks for joining us on Single Chef. We'll see you next week.